Welcome to the National Football Show. It's your boy Big Sills. Hope everyone's day is going great. By the way, prayers and love for everybody in Ukraine. I got to tell you, that Zelensky dude, this guy's got bowling balls, man. He does, man. You talk about modern day leadership. That dude has it on display every single day, giving the middle finger to Putin. That's leadership. Hey, I don't need a ride. I need more weapons. I'm not going anywhere. And neither is anybody else. Vladimir Klitschko is also in the field fighting. The heavyweight champion of the world is there fighting for his country, man. That's really spectacular. And I give those guys a bunch of kudos for what they're doing with their country. I tweeted this out at Dan Sileo show. Afghanistan fell in 2 hours. These dudes are fighting with pitchforks in Ukraine. And they're fighting off the second biggest army, well, third maybe, to China in the history of the world. It's amazing. And it's inspiring. It really is. I've not watched the news and been inspired like I have been with these Ukrainian people. It's really great, man. I think our country could take a lesson from what those folks are doing about their country and their love of their country. Those Ukrainians love their country. I question sometimes when I turn the news on, if we have Americans in this country that love it as much, they give me the ability to talk sports here with you guys. I love it, man. I get a chance to sit here and talk with you guys all the time. Anyway, let's get into the sports. I have enjoyed it so much going on with Barrett in the midday show here at the middle, here at JAKIB Media. I've really enjoyed it. We've gone over free agents. We've gone over the draft. We've talked a little bit about it, and it's given me some really great content here for you guys when we come here and talk back and forth. By the way, the show's different here in the afternoon. And Xander and I designed it that way. We communicate with you. Please hit the like button. You guys have been great the last couple months, and I want to thank you guys for making our show one of the fastest growing shows on YouTube. We go back and forth. I fill up with my content. You guys, I go back with you. I bring your content in. So if you'd like to do that, please do it. I'm going to get to you here in a minute. I got a topic. I want to make some statements and some comments here as we get more into what's going to be in the next couple days here. We're going to start the NFL Combines, I believe, on March 3rd. So that's going to be huge because there's a lot of guys in this draft. I see people say that this draft is not with a lot of talent. No, it's not the superstar quarterback talent. And sometimes when you don't see that superstar talented quarterback, you go like this. Well, the draft can't be that good. That's not the case here. I actually will say this. I don't see maybe game-changing guys, but you know what I see? A lot of depth in this draft where guys can play and will be starters. Okay. I want to start it out by saying this to you guys. The Los Angeles Rams right now are $30 million over the salary cap. The exact number is 29.7. The Rams, the reigning champions, with no draft choices, really, in the first round for the next 200 years because of the way they do business by pushing all those chips in. They're $30 million over the salary cap. What does that mean? That roster that they have in LA right now will not look the same come September. It can't. They've got to restructure a boatload of contracts just to break even, then get into the draft. So the chances of them being a player in free agency is nowhere. By the way, would they cut Jalen Ramsey to get under the salary cap? Best cover corner in the league? Hey, he didn't come to Los Angeles cheap. The Rams had to give up all those first rounders and pay him and give him a contract. How'd you like to have Jalen Ramsey on the other side of Darius Slay? Some of you are out there going like this. Sills, what are you, nuts? No. When you're $30 million over the salary cap and you have to get down, no. That's what makes the NFL the NFL. You can't stockpile talent any longer like you did back in the 80s and 90s. You're constantly turning over your roster. Look at the Cowboys. Do you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to look the same in September? Absolutely not. They'll lose the tight end. They'll probably lose Gregory. And they may lose Zeke. That'll be a completely different looking roster in September. So what's your team / Eagles or your favorite team, how they handle themselves right now, this is how you build your football team to compete in September and beyond. The Rams have no chance of repeating as champions. 0 chance. There's no chance. You're $30 million under the cap. Not cutting Aaron Donald. You're not getting rid of Cooper Kupp. You're getting rid of Odell Beckham. You're getting rid of Von Miller. Oh, unless you take cheesy deals and league minimum deals. These guys are free agents too. Okay. Lord says that Ramsey got exposed. Hey, it ain't that easy to cover wide receivers in today's NFL. I was just talking to Xander about that. Xander's like, Sills, pass rushers, edge rushers. He's 95% right. I do think you have to have great corners, not spectacular corners anymore, which means you don't have to overpay them, but you also have to have good, free and strong safeties. Eagles have none of that. They have one corner. Get this. Out of the 4 positions in the secondary, the Eagles have one good player. The rest of them are dudes. The linebacking core, they're kind of dudes. And the D-line this year, underachieved. 31st in sacks, couldn't get to the quarterback. Will the Eagle defense look different in free agency, or will they look different going into the draft? Yet to be determined. This is what makes the – I saw that right before we went on. I was going to talk about some other dumb stuff, but I saw that the Rams were $30 million. The Rams have no chance to repeat. That's going to be a completely looking roster next year. They're going to lose the kid, too, the offensive tackle, the 40-year-old guy. What's his name, Wentworth? They're going to lose him also off the books. But they're begging him to retire. He really hasn't said whether or not he wanted to. He kind of hinted that way. But they're hoping he retires so that takes some of the money off the books. A lot of money, man. $30 million over the cap. You have to cut talent. Eagles don't have to do that. They're going to be 30 under the cap. The Philadelphia Eagles are $30 million under the cap. Do you know that the Bengals are like $45 million under the cap? Look at what that thing's going to look. Hey, the Bengals are a force. The Bengals are going to be a force. Under the cap, you got a star quarterback. You went to the Super Bowl. Dude. Hey, Xander just said it. Look how good that dude out of LSU is. They're $40 million under the cap. Went to a Super Bowl with the crappiest O-line in the NFL. That roster's not going to look different. It's going to look better. The Bengals are going to be a better team. Do you want to know who my favorite is to win the Super Bowl? The Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals. Under the cap. Joe Burrow. They're going to go all out in O-line. I don't need any wideouts. Mixon's unbelievably great. Their defense is damn good. I'd probably get an edge rusher there, too. You imagine Cincinnati with an edge rusher and some old lineman in free agency? Dude, they're not losing. If they have 3.5 less sacks in that Super Bowl, they beat the Rams. Easy Money says the Bills. That's another team. That's another football team that's ascending. Watch this. Rams, down. Saints, down. Seahawks, down. Buccaneers, down. All these big teams. Cowboys, down. By the way, San Francisco, yet to be determined if Trey Lance can even play yet. And they're going to move off of Jimmy Garoppolo. They're going to move off of Garoppolo. Here's where I'm going here. With all the things that are going on in the NFL, and as we're getting into the combines here, dude, teams like the Eagles have an opportunity to pour the cement. This is cement time. This is foundation building. This is the opportunity to go into free agency, do the right thing, get an experienced edge rusher like Melvin Ingram, bring him in. 1 year, 2-year deal. Make him a stopgap guy until you find a guy. Draft another edge rusher. Get yourself a safety. Get yourself a number 2 wide receiver in the draft. I'd rather be on a rookie contract for a wide receiver that's a 2 than go into free agency and overpay for Allen Robinson. Why would I do that? Especially when I'm trying to develop Jalen Hurts. Does that make sense? Why would I spend $20 million on Chris Goodwin when I know that right now Jalen's not ready for that guy? Continue to build the team if you want to stay with Jalen. If you want to stay with him. Josh Allen went into 2022 MVP. Anthony says they have an opportunity. They have the O-line. They need to find an elite quarterback, find edge guys, and we can contend. You see, Anthony says something that's very important here. Okay? I want you to think about this here. Competing and contending are two different things. The Eagles are competing. A lot of owners are okay with that. Jerry Jones likes competing, but he really doesn't like contending. Jerry is about the Dallas Cowboy reality television show. And it's like the Oak Island thing. They never really have found the buried treasure. And this sitcom in Dallas has been a running sitcom for 26 years. Not making it to an NFC title game. Not making it to a Super Bowl since the Jimmy Johnson era. Jerry's good with that. Highest rated television show every year, the Dallas Cowboys. He's a TV star. Your owner in Dallas is the most visible Cowboy. The most visible Eagle, unfortunately, is Howie Roseman. You're almost in the same dilemma. The most popular, let me back up. Jason Kelce. Okay. Jason Kelce has, but wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I'll take it back. Jason Kelce is the most popular Eagle in Philadelphia. The most popular Eagle around the country is Howie Roseman. I'll stick with that. Yes. Okay. And there lies your problem. That's why, again, this is a more critical time than ever before. Even Merrill Reese said, hey, this is probably the biggest offseason in the history of the team. Okay? Hey, Chris, 3 playoff wins since 2000. I actually thought it was 1998, but okay. Dan says Howie wants to win. He will go for it when there's the opportunity. Well, wait a minute, Dan. I just laid out the opportunity. Every one of these teams in the NFC Look at what's happened. Aaron Rodgers doesn't know what is going on. There's reports now they're going to offer him a 2-year contract at $50 million. The Buccaneers have been wounded with no Brady. Seattle may lose Wilson. Kyler Murray's bitching in Arizona. There's no Breeze in New Orleans. Dak is not getting better. This is an opportunity. The Rams are going to go backwards because of salary cap hell. Okay? And the Eagles are going into a gunfight with 6 cylinders filled where other teams are going to have to go in with 2 less bullets. Cowboys are going to lose players. Rams are going to lose players. The Packers are going to lose players. Guys, this is your shot at the title here. Now, I'm going to ask this question, and I'll start going back and forth with you guys in a minute. Please do me a favor. Please hit the like button. By the way, Bryan Scott's going to come on with us. The new quarterback for the Philadelphia Stars will be with us at the bottom of the hour. A compelling story. He has got a little army there in Philadelphia, and I love it too. And he's very proud. Just a little bit of what we've gone back and forth at representing Philadelphia. So Bryan Scott's going to be with us, and we'll talk with him. That'll be at the bottom of the hour. You know, guys, I know where many of you are going when it comes to talking about the September quarterback and who he should be in Philadelphia. But let's ask this question. Who does Howie Roseman, in your heart, truly want to be the starting quarterback in Philadelphia in September? Hurts, Wilson, or other? Who do you think Howie? You guys have been around him longer. You've watched him operate. You've seen how he handles the media. You guys have heard some of the half-truths. Anthony says Watson. I see Rodgers. Dan says other. Lewis says Wilson. I like Sil so much. I hit the like button twice. Dude, you're awesome. You need a quarterback, Sills. Hey, easy money. Okay, Matt Corral can't have a better promoter for himself. Lewis, hey, Lewis. No, Lewis. You don't get both. You get one or the other. Wilson or Watson. Maniac says other. Been linked to Watson for a year. Anthony. Howie wants whoever Jeff. That's a great comment there. Maybe hey, guys, am I asking the wrong question? Wait. Look at that. You guys may have just changed the topic. I may have had that happen one time in my 28 years on the air. Who does Jeffrey Lurie want to have as the quarterback of the Eagles? Wilson, Hurts, or other? Because you're right. What the owner wants is what the GM will do. Howie will suggest the direction, but it's going to be in the owner's corner on how he wants to see this team. That's really it, isn't it? What does the owner of the Eagles want at that position? Is it Jalen Hurts? How about this? Guys, do you think the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, isn't it funny? I've not heard the owner of the Eagles come out in support of Jalen Hurts. He's pretty vocal. Hell, the guy's involved in the draft room. He's involved in some aspects of free agency. How come he hasn't come out and supported Jalen Hurts? Or has he? Maybe I missed it. I know Howie has, but Howie's like the... See, guys, do you know what general managers are? General managers in the NFL are like junior commissioners. They fall on the sword for that respected owner. Howie's going to say anything to you. Howie drafted him. Okay? Dan says he hates to run the ball. We're talking the owner now. The owner of the Eagles wants Watson. I could see Hurts chewing bubblegum on the Bears sideline. That's a great comment, man. Who does the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles want? Russell Wilson's a star. Would he want a star like that in the building? You see, I'll tell you why he would want Wilson over Watson. He would want that shiny new object and that Tiffany situation and that Camelot situation to be so perfect. There'd be no distractions with the sidebar stuff that's going on with Deshaun. Hollywood, entertainment wife in Sierra. Okay? He's entertainment, right? He's got an entertainment background. Russell Wilson fits the bill. If you were a casting director and you had to come and work for the Philadelphia Eagles, knowing that the owner has an entertainment background and all these quarterbacks that you could potentially have, including Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson is the guy that you cast for your leading role. Especially in a city like Philly. Aaron Rodgers doesn't make it in Philadelphia. He's on the Ben Simmons and Carson Wentz train. Tell me I'm wrong, guys. Okay, tell me I'm wrong. Garoppolo is kind of too Hollywoodish. That's why maybe New York, the Giants, Chicago, something like that. Okay? Chris, nobody said that Rodgers can't sling it. How about that? Russell Wilson fits it. Wilson fits the mold here. He does. He fits the mold. Everything you want. Now the price tag is going to be something. But as I've been telling you, and I've been preparing you guys for free agency and the draft, as you can see, we completely do our homework. Okay? The reason I have the Chargers taking a wide receiver in the draft is because I think Mike Williams is going to be on the open market. I don't believe that the Spanoses are going to pay the money that's going to keep him in a Charger uniform. They never have. They're cheap. They're like the Bengals. Okay? And he's going to cost money. Plus, they're going to look at it and go, we got Keenan Allen on the other side. And Xander's right. Wide receivers, the way they are today, I'll just go in the draft. And maybe he's not a 1,400-yard guy. Maybe he's a 980-yard guy. 68 catches. But I get him at a $10 million cheaper price. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. Always remember something, folks. Half the league is undrafted on these rosters. I know you don't believe that. But half the NFL rosters are either low drafted or undrafted people. You can't have a roster of $10 million guys sitting on the bench eating ice. That's what makes the league and what it is. Russell Wilson is bulletproof. He can handle it. He can handle Philadelphia. He sure could. And the city would throw their arms around him and Sierra. Okay, a guy like Rodgers, can I tell you what would happen? A team like Philadelphia taking a guy like Aaron Rodgers in, you know what would happen? It would divide the city. Half of the city would look at him as a crybaby, and the other half would look at him going like this. Well, look, I know he's soft, but he's a great player, so we're going to overlook it. Half the fan base hates him. The other half looks at it and tolerates him. I think that's what the Green Bay Packer franchise does. Everyone loved Favre for all of his faults. Half that fan base in Green Bay doesn't like Aaron Rodgers. You think they do? They tolerate it. They tolerate Aaron Rodgers because he could throw the ball, and he's a fabulous talent. He is. He's one of the greatest throwers, if not the greatest thrower of the football. Okay? Nothing wrong with being soft. Right moments, as long as you know how to use it. Being soft in front of the media is not what I'm looking at, Beard. Let me give you a for instance of that. You know how LeBron James goes around telling everybody that he's the GOAT and that he's one of the greatest Lakers of all time? Can I show you a guy, and you guys are notorious for always pointing this out to your stars that play in Philly or people play in Boston or Chicago. Those three cities I reference because you know why? When a player that plays in those particular cities, especially Philly, doesn't understand where he is and he says something stupid, you're going to lose him and you'll never, ever be endeared by that fan base. So during the All-Star weekend, I thought about it. How about LeBron James when he was asked the question of whether or not he was one of the greatest Lakers of all time? He says, yeah. Then you know what his next comments were? They were asking him about some of the highlights of his career. You know, he goes like this. You knew when I was the GOAT, when I was in Cleveland, and we came back from 3-1, and we won the NBA championship. Do you know what I would do if I was a Laker fan? I would look at him and go, bro, that's the bar in Los Angeles. You're talking about the bar in LA. We got 17 banners, and yours was one in the bubble. So there's an asterisk on it. If that's the bar, winning championships, it's like thanking me for not robbing a bank if you're a Laker. Those Laker fans go, dude, you missed it. That's why that guy will never be revered as one of the greatest Lakers of all time. He'll be revered as a great player that came and played for the Lakers, but not a Los Angeles person, not an Angelinian like my daughter is. They'll never embrace him like that. Easy money. Name you 7 top Lakers over LeBron. When you play in a city like Philly, you've got to embrace that. You do. All right, guys. Hey, listen, we're really looking forward to this. Bryan Scott, the new quarterback of the Philadelphia Stars. We're going to be starting this bad puppy up, the USFL. I cannot wait. I am so glad to see this league back in action again. The Philadelphia Stars, legendary football team with those USFL teams, man. I mean, back in the day, I almost started playing in the USFL. Tremendous football players are in that league. And with a television package now, with Fox and how this thing's going to be kicked off, we are going to talk to Bryan Scott, the quarterback of the Philadelphia Stars. He's coming up next. We'll continue our conversation. Guys, please do me a favor. Hit the like button. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the memories. Go for the view that goes on forever. Go for the bubbles in your bathtub and in your drink. Go to bed whenever you want. Or don't. Go for him. Go for her. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. 1 free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
You know you like being right. That's why you should enroll in an Independence Blue Cross plan. It's the health plan chosen by more people than any other, with more doctors and hospitals, more benefits that really rock. more of the coverage you want for the right price, including free doctor visits 24/7. It's a choice you can feel good about. Because when you're right, you're right. And when you've got Independence Blue Cross, you're right where you need to be. Call 1-844-200-2583 today to get an Independence Blue Cross plan.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Welcome back, National Football Show, Big Seals. Please hit the like button. Guys, if you know me and you know my history, I am such a gigantic fan of spring football, and spring football is so essential to creating jobs for players and hope and opportunity. My friend Brad Johnson played in the World Football League and then went to the Buccaneers and won a Super Bowl championship with the Bucs. Jake Delhomme played in the World League, took a team to a Super Bowl with the Panthers. Kurt Warner played in the Arena League. Then he went on to play in the World League. Then he got to be an NFL guy just by luck, a guy getting injured. An opportunity knocked for Kurt Warner, and he ran through the door and became a Hall of Famer. There's so many great football players out there that just need opportunity. And with the USFL starting up here in March, we bring on Bryan Scott here with us. He is the quarterback of the Philadelphia Stars, and I got to tell you, it's all about opportunity, and I am so looking forward to this, Bryan, the USFL starting up. You must be excited as all get out.
Oh, of course. Just first, thanks for having me on, Dan. I appreciate you. And those are some great names you just listed off right there with Kurt Warner, Brad Johnson, Jake Delhomme. So, that's the goal right there. And to say that I'm extremely excited to play this spring would be an understatement. To play for Coach Bart and then just to meet my new teammates, man, I'm super excited. But thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, you know what? I love the journey. And, I've had Kurt Warner on this program, and we talked about his journey. And just so you know, Bryan, I played in the NFL. I played in the CFL. I played in the Arena League. I played in the World League.
Right.
I love the game, okay?
Yeah.
I played 7 years of pro ball, and I'm so proud of the fact that I got a chance to experience all that. Just give us a little bit of your journey. I looked you up on Wikipedia, and I'm going like, holy cow, this guy's been in the Middle East. He's been playing I so love that stuff on the journey of what you've been through. Just take us through it a little bit to how you got here with the Philadelphia Stars in the USFL.
First off, how I got here is just I've been extremely fortunate and extremely blessed. I've had some great teammates, had some great coaches. I've had a great family too supporting me throughout this whole time. But the football journey of it, man, like you said, the Middle East, Division III, only started 1 year in high school. And then to get NFL opportunities and then to play in the spring league. So, like you said, I've done a little bit of everything, but the one constant factor has just been the success. And I've been extremely fortunate, like I said, to have great coaches, great teammates. But, like I said, this football journey, and Dan, just by playing, I looked you up too. And, you're on the other side of the ball trying to come get me. So I'm glad we're on Zoom. You're not anywhere near me trying to tackle me or nothing. But yeah, I'm just excited to play football. But my journey it's been unbelievable. I started 1 year in high school. We ended up winning the state championship. Then I didn't have any offers, didn't really want to play college football. I just was thrilled with the opportunity that I got to finally play in high school. And then I, started all 4 years, Division III, played for Team USA, like you said, in Kuwait and the World Tournament, which was an unbelievable experience, playing for your country, getting to represent the red, white, and blue, and to bring home a gold medal. And then just to, have the experience to go from NFL team to NFL team, coming from a small school. And then, just being able to play for Coach Bart Anderson in 2018 Spring League and then 2020. I couldn't have had a better experience with those 2 seasons, but definitely looking forward to this spring. And, Fox Sports, I got to tell you, has just been unbelievable. Brian Woods and Daryl Johnston and just the whole team behind it. The draft last week was special, and just being able to feel like a first-round pick, and like you said, we've all got crazy journeys, but last week was really, really fun, and, I'm extremely grateful to Fox Sports for that opportunity.
How did that feel when someone went to you and said, first round pick, Brian Scott? Tell me, hey, I don't care if I don't care, Brian, I don't care if I'm in the Walnut League.
I don't either.
When someone goes like this to me, first round draft choice, Dan Sileo, I've always dreamt of that.
Right.
How'd you feel when you heard that? That had to put a smile on your face.
Hey, even if it's the turkey bowl, it feels good to
right.
the board, right?
Right.
But, it was a crazy day. First of all, just, the social media, the phone. I thought my phone was going to break. Just all the amazing people congratulating me. But just, being home the last couple of days here, Dan, just looking back on all of it. I was talking to Fox the other day, but just going Division III, not really thinking that I would ever be at this point, And then in 2017, I trained really hard for the pro day and to get an NFL shot. And it hurt when I didn't get, 1, my name called, 2, anybody called me for any type of workout or draft. It wasn't until a couple weeks later. So, fast forward 4 years, here I am in Birmingham, Alabama, sitting at a table with 7 other quarterbacks, and to see Jimmy Rollins announcing my name and just the cameras everywhere and the coaching staff. It felt real. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And just like you said, it makes you look back and just thank everyone who's been with me and believed in me, and Coach Bart giving me the opportunity and trusting me to be his quarterback. And, I'm grateful beyond words for that.
You're inspiring, and here's why. How many times do you think in your life you've been told no?
A lot. Too many times to count,
But what kept it going?
I never felt that way, to be completely honest with you. One person tells me no, but if I got a great family and teammates that tell me yes, I'm going to focus on that. And that's just my mentality, just having that type of love and support from people that actually know you, people that, see the work you put in and are at the games, not scouts looking at you on a computer, looking at your highlights, looking at numbers, looking at all the other stuff that really doesn't decide whether you can play quarterback or not, right? I go off the people that have seen me, have felt the way I can lead, seen me throw in person, just all that stuff really is what's real about this game, and you know that as a player. It's not about the people that tell you no, it's just about the people that stick by you and support you no matter the circumstances. So I never really focused on that. You could say it's inspiring, but I look at all the things that I've been able to do and all the blessings that have come my way, whether it's winning MVP or the championships that I've won. I focus on that. That carries me through to this point, and that's where I am right now.
It's funny you say those things, because the journey that I went on, I'm more protective of my legacy, whatever you think of my legacy and the things that I've accomplished in my career, college or pro or whatever. I'm very protective of it, because you don't know the no's, you don't know the trials and tribulations. And as you know, would you agree with this one, Brian, that, champions are made when the lights aren't on? And, this is kind of where you are now here in your career. You're getting another launching pad, an opportunity for people around the world to get a chance to see you play. But I will say this to you. you know you're repping Philly now.
I know.
Wait a minute now. Well, do you really? Because that's Ben Simmons, and that's Carson Wentz. I'm just asking, are you ready for this now?
Well, first, to your point, what happens in the dark comes the light, So I've spent a lot of time, a lot of early mornings, a lot of late nights, a lot of disappointments. But here we are, and here's the opportunity. I've had a bunch of beautiful opportunities in the past too. So this is just, the next step for me. And, whatever God has planned, I completely trust in it. It's gotten me to this point. So I'm extremely excited. But, like you said, I'm super excited to play for Philly. I mean, some people might be nervous or worried about the passion and I want that, coming from where I come from, let's go. Like, I want you guys to be passionate. I want you guys to want us to win, right? I mean, if we're not doing what we need to do, then we need to step it up and to play better. And that's just me. I mean, you're not going to tell me something I haven't heard before. So it's all good. Let's go. I mean, I'm excited to play for such. I felt it, honestly, Dan, the last week. I mean, whether it's just people reaching out to me from Philly. So I'm excited to represent this great city. And, I want them to be passionate. I want them to have our backs. And, I promise you that I'm going to give you everything that I got. And I promise that I'm going to demand the same from my teammates that, it's we, not me. And let's go bring home a championship and work every day to achieve that goal.
Well, I'll make this point to you also that the Stars in the last 40 years are more successful than the Eagles.
Winners.
Okay, so what I'm gonna throw this at you too. The Stars won championships back in the day. Okay, so little bit of legacy there too. That this franchise next to the New York team back in the day. Okay, those were the two big teams. Maybe Houston, maybe the Bandits as well. But now you're playing for like the team with great legacy. It must mean something.
No, it does. I mean, and just doing a little bit of history on it, Chuck Facina, the quarterback, was obviously
Penn State.
A complete stud. I got to read a little bit about him. But one of the cooler stories, Dan, that not a lot of people know is the coach was Mora, correct?
Yeah, Jim Mora.
Yep. And you know where Jim Mora played football in college?
Occidental College.
Occidental College. And there's 7 football Hall of Famers in Occidental College Hall of Fame, and 2 of them are Philadelphia Stars. So to carry on his legacy with this Occidental and then Philly. So I understand there's a rich history there, and we are going to do our absolute best to do what they did. But, just to say that we're representing the Philadelphia Stars, like you said, just a great history. And I look forward to, us doing our absolute best to achieve what they did.
Finally here, the league itself has done a really great job. Can you imagine the amount of money that you're saving on airlines, saving on hotel stays? And what they're trying to do is not just make sure, right, Bryan, that this league's around for 2 years. They want this league around for 52 years. They want to have this thing. And that must mean something to you also on being like a guy who's helping develop this league and pour the cement for the foundation of this league. That must also mean something to you guys. And you guys must really take pride that they're relying on you to put a foundation down for this league for people who want to come. Because like I told you, this. I'm a big fan of spring ball. Finances have always been an issue, and television contracts have been an issue. Well, you guys have that now. You must feel proud of it.
I do. And, just the week in Birmingham, just to give you some background, I mean, we really got to feel what it was like and how special it was. And it's easy for us to, read on social media and see how it's going. And they're doing a great job. But to go to Birmingham and to feel just the energy behind it and the way that Fox, treated us. And like you said, I mean, I can't speak for all other quarterbacks, but we do. We have a responsibility to carry ourselves the right way off the field and to just bring good football this spring with Fox and NBC backing it. And I have confidence that we will. And, Daryl Johnson, brought up to us at dinner that, it's, we appreciate you guys being the 8 quarterbacks taken, and we have a responsibility to, carry it on, like you said, for hopefully 50 years. Or it's a big moment to have USFL 2.0 coming out this spring, and we look forward to, hopefully just bringing good football to TV, and then with Jim Kelly and Herschel Walker and Doug Flutie and Steve Young. I mean, guys like that, those are Hall of Fame players.
Reggie White.
I mean, there's just complete studs on and off the field. So, we have a legacy that we have to carry on and just do our absolute best on and off the field with our franchises.
Sam Mills, who just got elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was also a star. So, you talk about guys that came off that team. I mean, Ken Hull was a center on that team. Yeah. Believe me, I almost played in the USFL, the original one, and I mean, I am very excited about this. By the way, you're going to be playing in legendary Legion Field,
right,
where Alabama played those great Iron Bowls, and
right.
I played in that stadium, and it's a legendary stadium. USC, that's the game. USC came down and played in. I could see you're a historian in the game of football as well.
Yeah, I love football. You don't go through everything, this journey that I've been on and not love the game. I love the game, and I love everything about it. I love leading men. I love game planning, and I love playing, and I played on television last year, but other than that was new to me too. But just the whole experience, I love football, and we got, just so you know, the draft was at Protective Stadium, the new Protective Stadium, and that was awesome. I mean, the new beautiful stadium they had, and USFL on the scoreboard, so it's going to be legit, and I think we're all very excited. So I'm excited for the fans too. I'm excited for Philadelphia to see what we do and get it going.
I'm a fan of yours as well, and I'm a fan of what you guys are doing now. And hopefully you'll do this again with us, Bryan, and great luck to you. We're going to be keeping tabs on this thing. We'll be following you, and we're going to be looking for great success for you, man, and your teammates and the football league and everybody involved with the USFL. Thank you so much for doing this, brother. I appreciate it.
Hey, like I said in the text message, we got a supplemental draft coming. So if you feel like suiting up, just send the text.
Hey, Bryan, I can't jump over a ruler right now. Not happening. I can't jump over a ruler. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Good luck to you. You got it, man. Bryan Scott. Hit the like button. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the memories. Go for the view that goes on forever. Go for the bubbles in your bathtub and in your drink. Go to bed whenever you want. Or don't. Go for him. Go for her. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
Imagine for a moment that you went to work today, and when you came home, you were catastrophically injured. Your life and your family's life. That's what happened to union construction worker Mike Little.
I was scared of what the end was going to be, but to be 100% honest with you, I knew I was going to be all right just by talking with Bryan. In my heart, I just knew everything was going to be all right.
Call the firm and find out why they say, "We got this." Call 215-458-2222.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
back. National Football Show. It's your boy Big Sills. Please hit the like button. I really like Bryan. I hope that league just absolutely kills it. I can't wait for the XFL to kick up in 2023 as well. I think there's an appetite for spring ball. I guarantee you, most Americans are going to watch spring ball over the NBA and Major League Baseball. You see those idiot millionaires arguing with billionaires over like whatever. You can't pitch that to the American sports fan when he's paying $6 a gallon in gas now. How do you think that's resonating? You're a sports fan in this country. How do you think that's resonating? Watching baseball guys and millionaires arguing with billionaires when you're paying $6 at the pump. You don't see strikes in the NFL. You don't see any of that. Contracts aren't guaranteed. That's the secret to the league. I'm cutting you. You can't do that in baseball. You got a turd on your team or basketball. Look at the Lakers. They got to keep Russell Westbrook, even though he's destroying that team. They got to keep him. That guy's got a max deal of $250 million. They're not getting rid of that. It's guaranteed. NFL, hey, man, I'll cut your ass tomorrow. And I don't care. New CBA. Hey, man, that's why, my opinion, I think spring ball is going to kill it. I think it's going to kill it. All right, guys. Let me ask this question to you here. Who's the better quarterback, Jalen Hurts or Carson Wentz? Who's the better quarterback? Hurts is nowhere near Carson Wentz right now. Nowhere near it. But he's a better leader. Hurts is probably a better leader than Aaron Rodgers. Okay? He's probably a better leader than Aaron Rodgers. All right? I mean, he could be as good a leader as Favre. So, he's a better leader. That's what you come at me with? Running hurts. You don't win games in the NFL. Wait a minute. You don't win the game running the ball. Smile, says Carson. What is the one thing, football-wise, that Jalen Hurts is better than Carson Wentz at? Tell me. Who's more accurate? Carson Wentz. Who's got a pro arm? Carson Wentz. Who throws for more touchdowns? Carson Wentz. Give me the one thing. Running. Easy says nothing. I can't stand Carson's face. Running. Look at all that. Running. His legs. Yeah, I wonder what Tom Brady would say about that. Hey, Maniac, you're referencing the Titans game. I get it. Worst 8 minutes of football I've ever seen in my life, honestly, from a quarterback. There was like a pick six, 2 pick. It was terrible. I went, that was the most disgusting bit of football I've ever seen. I want to read you something. I literally hate his face. Hey, man, I'm sorry. Jesus. I so love that Maniac, man. That's so great. RPO, great. RPO. Hey, Xander, you got an RPO starting quarterback in the NFL for your Eagles. RPOs. Holy crap. You'll be 8-9 for the rest of your lives. 9-8, 8-9. That's your boy, man. Can he throw? Who? Wentz? I don't know. Hurts. Give me a break. Hurts. Can he throw? Here. I got one for you here. Now, this is going to go down the guy. Hey, this is going to support your side of the argument here. If you say Hurts is better. Wait a minute. Maybe it won't. How are you going? Hurts has balls, Carson doesn't. Balls is part of, wait a minute. Balls is part of the quarterback evaluation. Hey, so like when you're writing shit down, right? Guy's got a great arm. You see him get back in his drop step too. You see the way he throws the drop step. A+ on that. And the other guy walks up and he goes, "Hey, did you see the set of nuts on this guy? Unbelievable. I have not seen a bigger pair of balls in my life." Oh, okay. Is that part of the quarterback evaluation? He's got a great arm and gigantic balls. Is that? Hey, I don't know, man. Is that part of the quarterback evaluation? Just checking here. But to you guys and your side of the argument. Okay? Thanks, Carlos. This is from the Colts general manager today. Okay? Chris Ballard on Carson Wentz's future in Indy. I don't have a direct answer for you. Still working through whether he's the best long-term answer. Ouch. And Chris Ballard is saying that about a guy who threw for over 3,500 yards, 94 quarterback rating, was 9-8, and had 27 touchdowns to 7 picks. What's he think of your quarterback in Philly? If he's looking at those numbers and saying those numbers aren't going to get us to where we need to get to, what do you have in Philly? I mean, outside of Pittman, who was Carson throwing the ball to? Michael Pittman is the only guy in the building. I would say this to you. He had less passing targets than he did his last year in Philly. Can that be wrong? I'll say it again to you. Carson Wentz had less passing talent in Indianapolis this last year than he did his last year in Philly. And he produced 27 touchdowns and 7 picks and over 3,500 yards passing. T.Y. Hilton was hurt. What does that make Jalen's value? If Chris Ballard wants to move, here, where I'm going, if Chris Ballard wants to move off of Carson Wentz, what's the market and how about this? What is the perception of Jalen Hurts on the open market? Colts beat the Bills, Patriots, Cardinals. Hurts 0-7 versus winning teams. That's a fact. He beat the Bills, the Patriots, and the Cardinals. All playoff teams. Big Pickens says Wentz is as long as Taylor is the feature in the offense. Wait a minute. Who had the number 1 rushing offense in the NFL? Let me think. I think it's the green and white guys in Philly. Didn't the Birds have the number 1 rushing attack in the league? They may have had the number 1 runner in the league with 1,800 yards, but the Eagles had the number 1 offense running the ball in the league. That's a fact. Birdman, I don't know. Birdman, hey, Xander, put that one up. That may be the take of the day. All right, Sills, they both suck. Don't blow my argument up, Birdman, okay? Don't sound sophisticated and smart, smart ass. Okay, Sills, you sold me. They both suck. I'm moving on from both of them. Give me another guy. All right. The guy just buried my lead. Congratulations to you, Birdman. You just blew it up on me. Okay, Sills, they both suck. Hey, Hurts no arm, Wentz no brain. Another classic take. Oh, man. Carson Wentz, no brain. Silsy, you needed an Eagles flag. That's a good idea, man. What, people giving me hell about my Buck gear back here again and my Canes gear. Okay? Yeah, all right. So what do they think? Way to go, Birdman. You blew up my whole entire deal. All right. A little bit more about Howie and where his direction. Also, I want to put a couple combinations together with draft and free agents. Okay? It's March 1st, guys. You know what March 1st is? It's time to put your football team together here. Let's get serious about it. It's time to put your football team together. We're going to do that. Couple combinations here, okay? Hit the like button, hour 2. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the memories. Go for the view that goes on forever. Go for the bubbles in your bathtub and in your drink. Go to bed whenever you want. Or don't. Go for him. Go for her. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that. Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
Imagine for a moment that you went to work today and when you came home, you were catastrophically injured. Your life and your family's life. That's what happened to union construction worker Mike Little.
I was scared of what the end was going to be, but to be 100% honest with you, I knew I was going to be all right just by talking with Bryan. In my heart, I just knew everything was going to be all right.
Call the firm and find out why they say, "We got this." Call 215-458-2222.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Hour 2, National Football Show. It's your boy Big Sills. Chris, get off people's ass, man. No, get off their ass. They want to watch Big Sills in the middle, then turn around and come back here. It's all good. Have a beer, bro. Smoke a joint. It's all good. Hey, Don. This is pull up a chair, sit by the bar. Hey, little Michelob. What the hell you think's going on here, man? Yeah, I was going to say night job. Okay, Chris, come on, man. Listen to the middle while I'm working. Wait a guy, Lou, don't kiss Chris's ass like that. Come on, man. By the way, news. Dak Prescott had surgery. Clip, cut, snip. 2 years in a row we've seen injuries now with Dak Prescott. Way to go, Maniac. Way to go, Chris. All right, all good, all good. Way to go, Easy. What? Hey, we used to do that What? What? Dak Prescott. No. Eagle guys, easy. It was his non-throwing shoulder. You guys. What? Hey. Hey. I hope this guy had a lobotomy. Hey, watch this. Dak Prescott had surgery. Good. Good. Oh, man. Michael Irvin's right. You got to laugh. Hey, did you hear what happened? They were at the Super Bowl. Michael Irvin was in Los Angeles, and a Philadelphia Eagle fan came up to him and shot him the bird and told him to go fuck himself. And guess what? You know what Mike did? He went, thank you. Oh, my God. He went, thank you. He says he's walking down Sun Street. This guy's in an Eagle uniform. And he just barks out, F you. And Mike goes, thank you. He goes, dude, if you don't embrace Eagle fans, man, you're never going to get through life, because every time he sees Philadelphia Eagle fan, guy will come up and go, hey, play tough games against you all the time. Mike's like, yeah, I know. And Mike never goes like this. Look, hey, man, we won 3 Super Bowls, so, end of the day, our number was a little higher. No, he's like, no, don't do that. You don't do that with Philly fan. You don't do that with Philly fan, man. So, yeah. Hey, by the way, I'm going to get into doing some mixing and matching in here and how we should do, maybe with some free agency and some draft here in a second. But I do want to say something about the Sixers. Do you know where I think they're going to run into trouble? They're going to run into trouble with Milwaukee. You know why I love Giannis in Milwaukee? Giannis has got that old school mentality with that old school game like Tim Duncan. And here's a guy that could have left Milwaukee, forced his way out like James Harden did 3 times, or LeBron 3 times, or Carmelo 100 times, or Anthony Davis, or KD. You know why I love Giannis? Nah. I'm going to stay in Milwaukee, where the fans love me. And I'm going to deliver a championship to Milwaukee. That's what I'm going to do. This guy's like a Ukrainian fighting for his home country. Nah. Not for me. Moving around like that. I'm going to start my career in Milwaukee, and I'm going to end my career in Milwaukee. And let the chips fall where they may. Big picking, that's respect. Again, I don't want to sound like old school, get off my lawn guy, but dude, look at Joel Embiid in Philadelphia. Wouldn't it be great to see him play his entire career in Philly? Put his name right next to Malone? Malone's your greatest. Wait a minute. That's funny you should say that. Never thought about it. Wilt? Malone? Sorry. Joel Embiid's not anything near those 2 guys yet. Joel Embiid's not in Wilt Chamberlain and Moses Malone's league yet. Not in their league. Wow. I never thought about that. Philadelphia's had 2 of the greatest centers in the history of the sport win a championship in your city. Wilt and Malone won titles and MVPs in your city. I think Wilt, the year that the Sixers won the championship, I think he led the NBA in assists. Come on, man. Joel Embiid ain't leading the NBA in assists anytime soon. Embiid's the 3rd best center you've ever had. Okay? He is Yale, but he ain't Jabbar. I mean, he ain't Wilt, and he ain't Malone yet. Malone won MVPs. I think he won 3 of them. I know that Chamberlain won 2, and Wilt averaged 31 and 25. You ain't getting near that. Hey, I'm just saying, Wilt's a Philly guy. Don't you? Hey, Wilt's a Philly dude. Wilt's from Philly. Moses is from Virginia right there. Right there in the neck of the woods. Malone carried Houston. Reggie's like, Sills, get out of basketball. I'm just saying, dude, I got tremendous respect for that Milwaukee team. He goes, basketball, dude. Philly's Dr. J. Dr. J's best years were with the Nets in the NBA, but okay, the 83 title, he was on it. I get you. Chalk it up sports. You know what? Wilt Chamberlain was like what Wayne Gretzky was to the NHL. You talk about the greatest players in the history of the NHL. Wayne's name does come up, but they're always looking for the Alexander Ovechkins or the Mark Messiers or the Dennis Potvins and guys like that, right? Mike Bossies or Brian Trottiers, right? Eagle. Xander, are you looking at this? Oh, but on. Hey, okay. All right. Hey, okay. Jesus criminy. Let's get back to football here. Sills, you're losing me. Okay? I'm going to go watch a cooking YouTube video here if you don't change the shit, okay? Sills, I'm going to go how to change my oil. All right. Here, let me go back over here now. On percentage-wise, 1 to 10, how active do you think? Let's first look at it this way. How active will Howie be in free agency? I really don't know this number either. How active do you think? Guys, I'm going to tell you something too. When they change the rules for free agency is now a bigger deal. It's not old guys retiring anymore. Wow. 75%. Okay, Reg. You think they're going to be active 75%? I like NBA Sills. Chris, can't drop 1 of every 3 passes thrown to you. Donnie says 100%. 100%? 75%. At least 1 move. Maybe that's the better question, guys. How many moves do you think Howie will make in free agency? That's a good one. Would you rather see Howie address the cornerback position, edge rusher, or linebacker in free agency? Maniac says 1. Those rookie contracts afford you a lot. 3? A quarterback? Not the free agent quarterbacks. You're going to have to make a trade for one of the big guys. I don't want any of these, free agent quarterbacks. I don't want one of them. I'll keep Gardner Minshew. 1 big-time player and depth pieces. 4. Eagles are changing the defense. At least 4. Edge rusher and free agency. Okay. Let's put a postseason. Let's put a postseason together here. Defense mostly, linebacker, safety. Wide receiver. No way. They'd rather have a rookie contract wide receiver than pay money for one. You're not going to go to Chris Godwin and go, hey, here's $12 million. That guy's going to command $20 million. Howie's not paying $20 million for a free agent wideout that he's not sure about his quarterback yet. Think money. You think Howie's going to spend $20 million on either Devontae Adams, Chris Godwin, Mike Williams, or Allen Robinson. You think he's going to spend between $15 and $20 million on a quarterback who couldn't spot single coverage? Too much, right? Okay. Wide receivers are off the board here for free agency. He'd rather go into the draft in the third round and draft a wideout. Hell, he may take a wideout with one of those top 3 picks. Okay, he may do that. So let's take wideout. Safeties, are you really going to pay a lot of money for a safety? If I'm going to spend $15 million, I'm going to pay for a corner, not a safety. I'll get a safety in the draft in the second round. If the kid, Kyle Hamilton, happens to fall, and he falls down from Notre Dame to 15, I'm drafting him. So I'm not taking a wide receiver or safety. Howie's not going to spend big money on a linebacker, so it's edge rusher. Dude, Honey Badger's going to command a ton of money. A ton of money for safety? No way. No way. Honey Badger's going to command, here. I got the numbers too next to it. Honey Badger is going to command, man, they're talking between $7 to $13 million. How he's going to spend that, you really think? No way. No way is he going to spend that. I don't believe it, that he'll spend that. So edge rusher. Yeah, between 14 and 17 million for Honey Badger, not for a safety, guys. Okay. Pick this out. Pick an edge rusher. Von Miller, Chandler Jones, Jadeveon Clowney, Randy Gregory. Jabba, I'm saying his name according to Xander wrong. Emmanuel, the kid from Miami. Melvin Ingram. Which one of those top 25 edge rushers would you want on your football team that you'd be willing to spend between $10 and $15 million for? Which one of these guys? Jones? Von Miller getting older. Maybe we can give him like $35 in cash. Yeah, okay. Melvin Ingram. I like that. Hey, could somebody do me a little homework here? How old is Melvin Ingram? Okay. Randy Gregory. Bosa from the Chargers is not up yet. Chris, I love that kid from Miami. He's a pure edge rusher. Ingram. Here's where I'm going. Watch this, guys. I'm going to show you what your defense looks like. So you get the kid from Miami. Emmanuel Ogbah, edge. Ingram's 32. That ain't that old. How old is the kid from Miami? Ogbah. I just don't want to disrespect his last name. Gaba? How old is he? He was really productive for Brian Flores. Really productive. If you watch him on film, too. Okay? If you watch him on film, he's spectacular. And he underrated force. So follow me here. He's 28. He's 28. Okay. I'm definitely going after him. I'm not going after Ingram. That price tag just went up a little bit for him because he is 28. Hoss, you get that guy on the Philadelphia Eagle defense, and he gets the rush to passer, and then you add in just my picks. Trent McDuffie, Devin Lloyd, and Trayvon Walker, and you add the kid from Miami. Look at what you've put together in your offseason with opportunity on filling every single need you have. Obviously, we're not talking about the quarterback. Think about what we just did right here. We just put together an opportunity for the defense to get completely better. But the problem will be, will he focus this much? Because look at what I did here. There's not one offensive guy that's addressed. But again, I haven't addressed rounds 2 through 7 yet. Why would I go into free agency and pay for a wide receiver that I'm not sure my quarterback can find? He couldn't find Devontae Smith. In that playoff game against Todd Bowles and the Buccaneers, it took him a quarter and a half to find Devontae. Why would I spend money? By the way, they're going to have to cut Jalen Reagor. He's useless. So they're going to cut him. There's obviously a massive need. Now, wait a minute. Let me say this to you. Here. How many people think Devontae Smith is a 1? How many people look at Devontae Smith and say, that guy's the number 1 wideout? Personally, just so you know, I don't. I think he's a fabulous 2 in his career. But then again, CeeDee Lamb was a 2 when he went into Dallas, and Amari Cooper was number 1. It's no disrespect. It's just what it is. Okay? He's a 2. He's not a 1. So you have in your wide receiving core right now, Chris says something that's important but sad. He's our number 1. Okay? If he's on the Bengals, he's a number 3. Listen, Maniac, I'm not saying he doesn't have number 1 potential. Know that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he has the potential to do that. But right now, currently in his career, he's a 2. He's a 2 right now. Quarterback struggles getting him the ball. He runs great routes. He does everything to get open. But Jalen struggles finding him. And you know what's important to really keep an eye on with that? Jalen struggles finding him in traffic. You guys think that's fair? I think he struggles finding him in traffic. See, the quarterback, what made Roethlisberger so great is when Ben would get the ball and his wide receivers were covered, Ben would slide. Jalen goes up the field. That is a rookie mistake. The great quarterbacks, what do they do here? They slide, move their head, and what are they doing? They're moving the safety with their head, and their feet, they're moving the D-line. Think about what kind of quarterback has to do this. Guy drops back like Brady. Brady moves the free, and that no-look pass in the Super Bowl by Stafford was the best example of that. He moves him with his head, the free and strong safety, slides him to the hash, and when you're moving around your feet, the defensive line has to move. He's looking for passing lanes for his wideouts to get open. That's what made Ben so great. That's what makes Brady and guys like Montana and guys like Peyton Manning so great. It wasn't taking off up the field. See, when Jalen gets that 900 yards, Who cares? You're going to win games against shitty teams. Congratulations. But in the games that have really good coordinators and good teams and good defenses, that's not going to cut it, kid. Okay, so they slide, moving their head and moving their feet. Think how complicated that is when you're backing up and you've got to get your feet set at a 7-step drop, and you've got to know your progressions. You're moving people with your head. You're moving people with your feet. You have to know the routes. You have to know the coverage that the defense is in, man, press. The blocking assignments. Jalen Hurts is nowhere in that room. Playing quarterback in the NFL, it's why John Gruden never in a million years ever liked being around rookie quarterbacks. Because they can't comprehend all that. See, in the college game, you look over to the sidelines, throw it to the third guy. Okay. Whip the rock down there. Guy's open or not in the SEC. Great. You see, that's the one advantage. Here's the one advantage. And guys, okay? Here's the one thing that you get an advantage of with coaching. You know why kids nowadays, wide receivers and quarterbacks, go to Alabama? Why do you think that is? Okay? Okay? Hey, Sills, what is I don't Harry's back on Monday, man. Why do you think they go to Alabama now? They go to Alabama because Bill O'Brien and Sarkisian and all these guru coordinators are there. And they go there because they're getting the best coaching. Nick Saban has the best coachings at TV. When you're a star player, I care about TV. I shouldn't say that, Pickin', because it does matter. My exposure, I want everyone to see me. But Nick Saban has the best coaching staff. That's why what my guy's doing, Mario Cristobal, by putting that coaching staff together down in Miami, you're making everybody go like this. Dude, what's going on down there? They're spending $1.5 million money to go get coordinators now. That never happened. If I'm a defensive lineman, I want to play at Alabama. I want to play at LSU. I want to play at Texas A&M. That's where I'm going to get the best coaching. Me going to UConn or me going to Maryland or me going to some of these other places, I'm going to Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, teams in the Southeastern Conference. I might go to Michigan. I'm sure as hell not going to Indiana or Purdue or any of them other things. If I'm a 5 or 4-star kid, I'll probably go to Oregon. Lincoln Riley's now at Southern Cal, maybe. Herm Edwards is going to get great coaches in Arizona State as long as they stay out of trouble. It's all in the coaching staff. So when a kid like Mac Jones comes out of college and you look at him and you go, well, he had great talent around him. Dude, they have open offenses, and Bill O'Brien wants the quarterbacks at Alabama, and so did Sarkisian, and so did Kiffin. They want you to figure out where to throw the ball. That's what separates the Bama quarterbacks under all that coaching. They're coached like pros. That's why Alabama has a first-round quarterback taken. Guys, I want to give you this just to show you how insane that is. Can you guys name me an Alabama quarterback that was drafted in the first round outside of Tua Tagovailoa and Mac Jones? Go. Who was the last Bama quarterback drafted prior to Tua and Mac Jones? Richard Todd in the 70s. Like 73 or 4. And then before that, it was Stabler and Namath. Back in the 60s. Mid-60s. Nobody got drafted at the quarterback position at Alabama. You were just a running tool there for Coach Bryan. Okay? What he's done by changing that whole thing around, so when these guys come out of college, that's why, though, guys, when Saban pulled Hurts, it's chased him to the Eagles. He struggles at reading defenses. I don't know how much hard work that's going to help. Okay? It's chased him. He's had he's had Lincoln Riley. How about this? Why don't we look at it like this? He's had Lincoln Riley, and he's had Nick Saban, and he's had Steve Sarkisian as his coordinators. He didn't get better reading defenses? You know, you could say that he's had all these coordinators, but let's take a look at who he's actually had. He's had Nick Sirianni, Lincoln Riley, Steve Sarkisian, and head coaches he's had Lincoln Riley, Saban, Doug Peterson. And you haven't gotten better? Well, if not now, when? Or is it that he needs more reps? Let's expand that conversation. Guys, please hit the like button. Keep it right here on the National Football Show.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the memories. Go for the view that goes on forever. Go for the bubbles in your bathtub and in your drink. Go to bed whenever you want. Or don't. Go for him. Go for her. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that. Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
Imagine for a moment that you went to work today and when you came home, you were catastrophically injured. Your life and your family's life. That's what happened to union construction worker Mike Little.
I was scared of what the end was going to be, but to be 100% honest with you, I knew I was going to be all right just by talking with Bryan. In my heart, I just knew everything was going to be all right.
Call the firm and find out why they say, "We got this." Call 215-458-2222.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Look at Eastside Monster. Xander, put what he just put up here. You guys are ridiculous. Welcome back to the National Football Show. Hit the like button. Welcome to the National Football Show with Big Sills. Today, I convinced you how Hurts is trash and to trade everyone and everything to replace. Yeah. Look at that. Is that how you're hearing this? Eastside, That's how you're hearing this. I am making the most compelling arguments here on truth, justice, the American way. Take your stupid emotions out of it. How do you get better? Making the tough putt. Making the tough cuts. Making the tough decisions. Today, I convince you to trade Jordan Mailata for a 4th-round draft choice. Oy. By the way, I don't care what you say. Landon Dickerson to the Bengals has got every bit of fundamental sense, and I don't know what you're thinking. I get the 31st pick, and I want T. Higgins in that. It addresses my 2, and I get another first-rounder. I don't know what you're talking about. And I get to put the kid who everyone's telling me has got monster potential and move him up, and I get to have him on a lesser contract. I don't know. Gee, that sounds really over the top, but I really love Landon. But Chase Young's on the block to try to go get Deshaun Watson in Houston for Washington. Oh, okay. Oy. Tyler, I like that idea. Signed jerseys. We're working on that with JAKIB. We're working on that. Get a bunch of 93s. Landon Dickerson Ducci. He's a Paisan, so that means, hey, wait a minute, Maniac. Dickerson Ducci, that means he's off the table. No way. We're not trading for him. If he's a Paisan, we're gone. No Paisans to be traded. What have the Eagles and Eagles done to you as a kid? I'm not trying to destroy you, man. I'm trying. Oh, but on. You're ridiculous, man. I'm not trying to. I'm here to help. All I'm looking for is love and help. I'm looking to help you. Help me help you. Help me help you. What's the movie? Anybody? We're trading Big Sills for Angelo. Wait a minute. How about what Angelo's doing on his show? This guy wants to put a parade together to get Russell Wilson in town. Oh, yeah. It's all good. Eastside Monster, man. I love him. Hey, get this, though. Do you know what most host? Why are you talking shit on me? I used to do this, though, too. Oh, my God. They're throwing shade on me. I want a signed meatball by the meatball himself. Oh, my God. How could you talk to me like that? Xander, why aren't you blocking these guys? Shit, Xander's going to put you in the highlight. Jerry Maguire, good job, Big Chris. At least you're paying attention. Xander's falling asleep, and everyone else is saying I'm trying to destroy the Eagles. Great. Thank you. Good night. Oh, man. Not trying to destroy you. Here, I'm going to help you out on another story. Not that it affects you in any way. Okay? Landon Dickerson will be our best lineman after Kelsey and Johnson are gone. You think he's better than Mailata? No. No. He's good. He's good. He's really good. That guy that you have that thing that resembles the Liberty Bell, that big giant thing that weighs as much as the Liberty Bell, I think that's probably more appropriate. That left tackle that weighs as much as the Liberty Bell, Jordan Mailata, that's your best lineman. Okay? That's your next Jason Peters. Okay, that guy is, by the way, I was really glad that we kind of broached Jason Peters today, man. Jason Peters is first ballot Hall of Famer. Bro, that guy for about 6 years was the best tackle in the game. I saw him play. Was it this year with the Bears? I saw them get his ass out of retirement, and he was stuffing dudes still. And he had called it a career, right? He goes to Chicago before he got banged up. Man, he was blocking again like he was an all-pro. Dude, that guy I don't know how he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Can you imagine this? Watch this, guys. You guys potentially over the next 15 years could have Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson and Peters as Hall of Fame offensive linemen. Dude, that's pretty. And these guys can play with each other too, which makes it even more insane. Usually you have decades separating. These guys were kind of in the room together. Man. And God knows what this kid Mulata is going to turn into. He could be a staple over at that left tackle spot for 15 years. Absolutely. All right, guys. Let me hear. Here you go. Watch this. Not that, you guys, would ever do anything like this. But the news out of Washington today is that they're going after two quarterbacks, Russell Wilson and Mitchell Trubisky. I know. Mitchell Trubisky sucks, doesn't he? He's better than Jalen. Look at the numbers. Look at Mitchell Trubisky's numbers. They're better. I looked him up. Plus, he's 29-21, and he won the division title. In Aaron Rodgers' division. Not Dak Prescott's division. In Aaron Rodgers' division. This guy won a division in Aaron Rodgers' division. Okay. Yeah, that guy. I know, he sucks, Sills. Again, if you're moving off a guy in Indianapolis who's got 27 touchdowns and 7 picks and 3,600 yards passing, what do you really think of Jalen Hurts if you're Chris Ballard, the general manager? What are you thinking if you're Chicago and you're moving off a Mitchell Trubisky with a winning record and fairly decent stats? Oh, our guy's better. Okay, you think so? I'm not so sure about it. So Washington, for the Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson, Washington has offered up Chase Young in both deals. For Wilson or for Watson, but not the Eagles for Landon Dickerson. We don't go there. Chase Young is superior to Landon Dickerson, too. Superior. Because he's the most important thing that Sander talked about in our pregame. Edge rushers. There's a premium on that. There's a premium on that position. Not saying there's not premiums on O-linemen. He said, no. Hurts is better than Trubisky. Really? Well, you know what? I'm going to call you on that right now. Funny you say that. Really, let's take a look at that. We're going to do this right here. Mitchell Trubisky. So let's take a look at his statistics compared to Jalen's. Shall we? Because I already looked this up. Yeah, there he is. He's 29-21. He's got a 64 completion percentage. Wow. That crushes anything that Jalen Hurts has ever done. Anything. Let's see. He's thrown for 32-23, 24 touchdowns and 10 picks. Then he's thrown for 31-38, 18 touchdowns and 10 picks. He's got 64 touchdowns. Wow. And 38 interceptions. 1, 2, 3, and 4 years of quarterbacking? Oh, man. What's his QBR over here, too? Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Wow. And he's got an 85 quarterback rating. Where in the world do you see that Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Mitchell Trubisky? His record dictates he's better. His stats dictate he's better. He's been more productive than Jalen has or ever will be at the quarterback spot throwing the ball. And again, remind me who was blocking for him with that shitty O-line in Chicago. Who again? Who was he? He had Allen Robinson? Great. Lou says Sills is mad because Hurts is a Pro Bowl alternate. Congratulations. Very good. He's a Pro Bowl alternate. Oh, hey, Kit goes in his first season. He's 64 in his career. I just looked it up. Big Sills is a legend. Hey, Tyler. Look, I'm going to take a timeout, and I want you guys to suck this in. Washington's going to get better. Hit the like button. Keep it here on the National Football Show.
Go for the midnight dares. Go for the memories. Go for the view that goes on forever. Go for the bubbles in your bathtub and in your drink. Go to bed whenever you want. Or don't. Go for him. Go for her. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
At Stateside Vodka, every new customer gets the world's best rocks glass. Free.
What's that?
A rocks glass?
You're telling me that bottle is cut in half?
You could say that.
Holy shit.
And you're telling me I can get one of these glasses for free?
That's right. One free rocks glass per customer with each first-time purchase of Stateside Vodka. So good, it just disappears.
Imagine for a moment that you went to work today and when you came home, you were catastrophically injured. Your life and your family's life. That's what happened to union construction worker Mike Little.
I was scared of what the end was going to be, but to be 100% honest with you, I knew I was going to be all right just by talking with Bryan. In my heart, I just knew everything was going to be all right.
Call the firm and find out why they say, "We got this." Call 215-458-2222.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on three. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Birdman, there's something wrong with him. Big Sales here. Guys, please hit the like button. I'm going to do it one last time for you. Here are Mitchell Trubisky's numbers. By the way, he's going to start in the NFL somewhere this year. He's going to start. 64 completion percentage. That's higher than both Wentz and Hurts. Hurts by a lot. 10,000 plus passing yards in 4 years. 64 TDs to 38 picks. 87 QBR. He's 29-21. Birdman, you think that sucks? Well, what do you have? And like I said, the point I was trying to make earlier was that Chris Ballard is making the point that he doesn't think that Carson Wentz is the long-term answer in Indianapolis. Okay, well, now you're moving off a guy with 3,600 yards, 27 touchdowns, 7 picks, and a 94 quarterback rating. You're moving off that, and you're saying to me that that guy right there with those statistics, okay, all of those numbers, this is how quarterbacks are paid too, guys. This is how everybody's paid. You're paid on record. You're paid on results. 2 R's. Nothing else. You're not paid on relationships. You're paid on the 2 R's. Just like you are in my business, ratings and revenue. Record and what you do with results. Trubisky's numbers are not bad, and he's got a division title. Now, look, I'm not trying to sell anybody. What I'm trying to tell you is that when you move off of a quarterback, you better look at the one you have first and evaluate him extremely high. Because, listen, here, let's go back to Jalen here, and let's put it so, again, I'm not compromising my take here, but if I'm going to move off of Jalen Hurts, and this has been from the beginning, and Xander can testify to this, I'm not moving off of Jalen Hurts for just Teddy Bridgewater. Watch this. Even with the numbers that Trubisky has, I'm not moving off of what they're building with Hurts for that. But he's going to get a job, as is Hurts. The point I'm making, when you see a guy like Wilson or Watson that becomes available, you need to do everything in your power and all your resources that you have to push all your chips in like the Rams did, like the Bucs did, and go get that guy. We're talking about all these draft choices. Hey, guys, this is great when you have the quarterback position figured out. They are now going into, and soon they'll be going into their second April, the Eagles, with the most fundamental question that you haven't answered yet, going on 2 years. You know what that is? Who's your quarterback? Jalen. Okay. Well, he's Mitchell Trubisky. He's Baker Mayfield. He's one of them dudes. Carson Wentz. He's one of those guys. And those guys have better numbers. Yeah, but Jalen's going to get better. Dude, I'm not a guy who has a crystal ball. I don't know anything like that. I don't know what a guy's going to do. I only know what a person does today. That's why when some of you go like this, Sills, you changed your position on a particular guy. Well, yeah, because he played better. Common sense. I'm not going to sit here and do what Skip Bayless does about LeBron after LeBron wins his 4th NBA championship and call him a choke artist. Guy won 4 rings. Went to the NBA Finals 9 straight years. Really? I'm not calling anything negative on LeBron's play. 9 straight finals, and he's not one of them 60 Celtics? Tremendous. I'm not going to sit here like Colin Coward and shit all over Aaron Rodgers, who just won an MVP award, won 39 regular season ball games. But the fashionable thing now is to say this. I believe that everything that Aaron Rodgers is saying now, because he lied about his vaccination, he's an ultimate liar. I don't care if he's a liar or not. I care he can play ball. I care he can play. Okay? I care he can play. Birdman says Philly loves being mediocre, always been. That's the fans' biggest problem. Birdman, I don't think Philadelphia roots for 500. The Jets root for 500. Okay? Carl, you see what Carl just said? Xander, put that up. It's your best take of the day. Put that up there, man. Put that Carl one up there. Sills was all in on Jalen just 3 months ago. What happened? The playoffs and the Super Bowl. That's what happened. I want me one of those guys. Carl, that's what happened. Reality. Okay? That's reality. We all saw it. Holy cow. You see Joe Burrow take an average offensive line, horrible offensive line, almost across the finish line. Do you know how Joe Burrow, how close he got to getting to the finish line with that old line? How about this? There's not one guy in Cincinnati that could make or start on the Eagles offense. Not one guy. He'd struggle to be on the second team. And I would say this to you. He was probably 15 minutes away from winning the Super Bowl. But they couldn't protect him in the end. East Side Monster, man. I'm just here to help, dog. Okay? Sills, you were all in on that pot of pasta. Pasta vazol. Oof. No, I had Mexican last night, thank you. It was very good, too. Enchiladas were spectacular. Spectacular. Yeah, they were great. Rice, too, man. I had this thing with, I'm a big squid guy. I love squid. Scoongeel, anything that kind of resembles that. Not a mean lineman, man. I used to be. Now I'm more of a pacifist. Thank you. Favorite Mexican restaurant? That's hard to say, man, because you know what? There's certain places I like. I like the enchiladas. Then there's certain places where I like the quesadillas. You know? I like seafood a lot. Okay? I eat squid. It's moving. Congratulations to you, maniac. You must get the 2:30 call, too. Buona finota. Buona nota. Seals, you still see what happened in Cincinnati? He didn't win, and you're trying to sell us on the... Yeah, I am trying to sell you that Joe Burrow changed the culture in Cincinnati. Yeah, I am. I am trying to tell you that. That guy's going to be a Hall... By the way, podcast, I'm going to pick the Bengals to win a Super Bowl. I want you to be my uncle. I got no money, man. So don't ask me for any. Fried squid, outstanding. Okay, outstanding. Taco Bell? No. That's like telling me that Tony Romo, you know the restaurant, Tony Romo's, is an Italian restaurant. Really? Somebody took me, goes, hey, Sills, let's go to an Italian restaurant. I'm like, okay, you know, Donatello's, you know, in Tampa is one of my favorite places. You know, I love the Palm Restaurant. It's got a kind of Italian, you know, deal. The Palm Restaurant's my favorite restaurant, just so you know. And yeah, this guy goes, hey, let's go to Tony Romo's. That's not really us. Okay? That's like telling me McDonald's is a cuisine, even though the fries are my favorite fries. It ain't a cuisine. Olive Garden. Thank you. No, that's not an Italian restaurant. Yeah, dude. The Olive Garden is not. No, thank you. You know, I do like. Well, I do like Chili's though. They got great margaritas. I'm a margarita drink. I like those kind of fruity drinks. If I could say that here on YouTube, I like pina coladas and margaritas, and I like fruity drinks. So sue me, man. Great. I'm a big margarita guy. But then you see what happens is, you know, the mix doesn't really go well with Big Sills. It's like eating Cocoa Pebbles, or it's like eating Count Chocula. When I was a kid, I used to be able to eat a box of that stuff. Nowadays, man, if I have just like a spoon of Cocoa Pebbles or like, you know, Count Chocula, it's never a good look. I'll just leave it there. I'm like a tugboat. It's no good. It's just... Maybe this is a little too much information, man. Maybe this is a little too much. Hey, man, I like Cocoa Pebbles and Frankenberry. Hey, man, I like Golden Grams. Come on now. But you know what? You think I'm a big tough guy, man? I'll eat Cocoa Pebbles or Frankenberry. Lucky Charms, man, they added a green one, and I said, no, I'm out. Hey. No, don't say that, Rico. Please. Don't throw that juju. Rico, don't you dare throw the juju on me. Captain Crunch hurts the top of my mouth. Podcast. It scrapes the top of my mouth. I'm not very good with Captain Crunch. It hurts me. It cuts the top of my mouth. Reese's Puffs are good. But again, I can't eat too many of them either. Yeah, like my digestive system is not working like it used to be back in the day. I can't even eat a Tic Tac today. All right. Hey, listen, we're back on the middle tomorrow. We appreciate you guys double dipping with us, man. Thank you so much. Hey, if you missed Bryan Scott, he was awesome. The quarterback of the Philadelphia Stars. I'm so looking forward to spring football with the USFL. Please go back and watch it, share it, like it. Hit the like button, guys. Till tomorrow, we'll see you on the flip side.